Right, in this video we're going to take a look at how to make a health bar for our player. So the first thing we're going to have to look at is we're going to need a player object. We're going to need some sort of object to avoid. In this case we're going to use our system object. And then we're going to need an object health. Alright, now this health object or object health, whatever you want to call it, is not going to have any sprite attached to it. We're going to go ahead and have GameMaker draw it for us. So we're going to do an add event and we're going to do draw. Then we're going to go down here to score and we're going to say draw health. We're going to tell it how big and what color. So I'm going to say upper left hand corner, I'm going to say 10, 10 for the beginning X and Y for it, and then I want it to be 100 pixels long, so I'll say 110, and 20, we'll say 15 pixels high, so that would be 25. Leave the colors and everything set as it is. We'll say OK. We're finished with that. Now we're going to need to go to our player object. First thing we're going to need to do is do an add event, create. Now upon creation we're going to want to set the score or set the health. So we're going to use the set health right here and we're going to set it to 100. 100 is the maximum, it's in percent. And then we're going to have to set up another event, which will be our collision event with our avoid object, which happens to be our system object. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a set health. Now this we're going to set to a negative number because we want it to take points away from the health. I'm going to say -10. You can make it as many as you want. Make sure to check relative. Relative means it'll subtract 10 from whatever the current total is. Say OK. We also want to destroy the instance of what we're running into. Not absolutely necessary, but definitely helpful. And then we'll go back down here to score, and now we're going to say test health. Because if our health is 0 or less, we're going to have to start the game over or move on to our next player or whatever. So we're going to say if the value is equal to 0, say OK. Then we're going to have to create a start block here, and then we'll tell it to we'll show the high score. We'll leave this all as is, and then we will restart the game, which is right here, and then we'll go ahead and close that block off. Everything looks good there. Alright, so we'll go to room 2 and we're going to have to go ahead and pick object health, and we're going to have to add it in. You'll see when you add it in right here, it just creates a little blue circle with a question mark. That's because there's no sprite attached to it right now. But that is perfectly fine. We'll say OK. Alright, we'll save it and we'll test it out. So let's bring our game over here. As you can see, our health bar is up here in the upper left hand corner, and our player moves, and when it runs into the other, disappears, and there we have it.